Voila, we are live. Good evening, my beautiful and amazing people. It's your girl, Rachel K. And I'm so excited to be here again. How are you guys? TGIF! Thank God it's Friday. It's Friday. How has your week been? I hope you've had a great week. Hope everything went well. Are you all right? Family, friends, loved ones? Is everything okay at your side? For me, it's been a good week. It really went fast. And we are hopeful that today we will learn something beautiful, So if this is your first time of joining us here at Loss, I'm your girl Rachel K, and this is a platform where we share stories of women across the globe to inspire and empower women to succeed. For the last two episodes on Loss, we've had very hard stories to take in. And this week, we've decided to have a conversation that can help us grow. It's our Rise and Shine month. So we need to learn how to rise and shine in our careers, rise and shine in our businesses, rise and shine just personally, have some self awareness and how to shine because we've been called for to shine this light in everything that we do. So please, if you're here, help me and share this video. Tell people that we are live. Ladies with Stories is live. Let your friends know that we are live and we'll be back after this short break. Welcome back, my beautiful people. Please drop a comment if you're here, if you can see this live. I know there are people that can see it. If you can see it, drop a comment so I can say hello to you and tell us where you are viewing from so we can say hello to the people in your vicinity. Hi, hello, just drop a comment. So today we'll be talking about Rise and Shine, and we have Miss Ketura and Miss Tara. They'll take us through what it means to rise and shine. But for you, what do you think it means to rise and shine? We always hear that word, rise and shine, rise and shine. Hiya, Princess. How is the UK? The U of K, is it cold or hot? So, what does it mean to rise and shine? For us, it sounds like, oh, it's a religious phrase or it's something just, but there is a meaning to it. It depends on how you view it, how it applies to you. So, what does it mean to rise and shine? You can drop a comment with what you think it means to rise and shine. For me, it means standing up and working. You can't walk from your bed while lying down. You need to stand. It means coming to the realization that there is more to what you can achieve, there is more to what you can do. So you need to rise and you need to shine. And then, of course, there are things that will make you sad. There are things that will make you downcasted. And there are things that will make you feel unworthy of rising. But the truth is, you need to overcome those things in order to shine. You just have to get through it. It's just like I didn't feel like showing up, but I've got to show up because I have a commitment to share the stories of women across the globe. I have a commitment to inspire and empower women to succeed, and I can do it just through this means. So it doesn't matter what it is. For someone, it's like I don't have school fees to even pay my tuition fee. So how can I even rise or how can I even shine? But you know what? You can do it. It doesn't happen in one day alone. It takes time. But today we'll be focusing on how to rise and shine in our businesses, in our careers. So if you know someone who is into a business or who needs some encouragement for their jobs, tell them this is the right place to be. And then we're going to talk about how to rise and shine. getting more self-awareness and being a better version of ourselves. For me, I've always said, you can be more than who you are at the moment. There is a better version of you that evolves. You need to shed off the old you and bring forth the new you. So without so much talking, we'll bring up our guests. We have Miss Keturah in the studio. We have Miss Tara. And we just want to say welcome to Lois. We are so happy to have you guys tonight. Thank you for agreeing to teach our community on business, self-awareness, career growth, and in general, how to shine. So please feel free to introduce yourself, or we'll start with Miss Keturah. Who are you? Give us a brief before we start conversing properly.
All right. Hello. Good evening, everyone. It's nice to be here. A big shout out to Lois. I want to thank you for this platform, this opportunity to speak. I enjoy talking where ladies are talking, where women are talking, because I know where I came from and I know where I'm heading to. So, like she said, my name is Keturah, but I like and I prefer to be called the sales girl. In fact, if you say the sales girl, I will turn more than Keturah. The sales girl, I'm a sales consultant. I also founded a company, Profile Resources, where we do branding, PR, we do outsourcing and intermediary. I've always been a person that wants to deliver service. Service makes me happy. When I see people, when results comes out, it makes me happy. So I am more of a service person. So that is basically what I do for now. I'm a mathematician turned sales personnel. So that's just it for a start. Let me not over talk about myself.
Well, I wish I would say I like the mathematician part, but of course I failed my maths, so I can't say I like that part. But I like the salesperson part of you, and we hope to learn so much from you tonight. Thank you so much for
Thank
being on
you.
Lois. So we go to Miss Tara. What would you want us to call you? She said she wants us to call her the sales girl. Do you have something you want us to call you too? Okay, I think our internet is fluctuating.
Okay, sorry, I've had to switch my network a couple of times. I hope you can hear and see me.
We can't see you, but we can hear you.
Oh, you can't see me. Wow, okay. That is something. How about now?
No, we can't see you still.
Okay, just give me a moment. Still not seeing me?
No.
This is serious. Okay, maybe I need to go out and come back.
All right then. Okay, so while we wait for her to go out and come back in, we will start the conversation with the sales girl. What does it mean to rise and shine in our businesses or in our careers? What do you have for us this evening? How do we rise and how do we shine forth?
All right. When you say someone rise, it means the person was down before the person gets up. So it means to move from a level to another level. You may be down, you may be in the middle, maybe somewhere. But when you say this person has risen, I don't want to mix up a rose, risen, and I say this are just past.
Well, we are
So
still
when
the
you say
instant so it's fine. We can understand that he rose
yeah,
again. So maybe the person was dead and the person's back to life now.
yes. So but it means when you rise, it means you stood another level or you moved from a level to another level. Then there's this thing called rising, and there's another thing called shining. Anybody can just rise, but it's not everybody that can shine. And in our context, I think to rise and shine is to move to a next level and then be outstanding. I think I'm in the right direction. I'm in context. So when you rise and you shine, it means you have moved from a level that you are at that is not favorable, because that place you are down there is not really where you should be or where you want to be. So that's when the issue of rising comes. So when you rise from a place that is not favorable to a favorable place, a lot of people can actually rise. But when you become outstanding, then you are shining.
Mm.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not going to ask you
Mm.
questions again. I'm going to shut my mouth while you flow through how we rise and how we shine. But I like the part where you mentioned, everybody can rise, but not everybody
Yes.
can shine. So it's more like everybody can be in business, but they don't have the visibility.
Yes.
So how do we manage this? How do we get through it? So we're waiting to hear. And if you have friends that are not on Facebook, we're live on LinkedIn and we're live on YouTube. So in case you want to switch where you want to watch, you can please go to us YouTube or LinkedIn, and then you can connect there. So you can carry on, please.
All right. I want to, if you're looking for a perfect example of somebody that rose and shine, then I am the right person actually. So I would like to give a kind of backstory of myself. I have always been very timid, even though I have these dreams, I have the ambitions, but I have lost so many opportunities. I tell people because I feel that I don't deserve them. Maybe from where I'm coming from, or my background, or a lot of things. So where I actually knew that I rose was when I left my own location. I was based in Kaduna, Nigeria, and then I moved to Lagos. And then a lot happened to me. That was the point I knew that yes, my time of rising has come. When I got to that place, yes, I have left a place that was not favorable to a place that I feel is a bit favorable. And then challenges came. When I got to Lagos, I got a marketing job. And then I am new to the environment because as a marketer, you have to know the place, you have to know some people, you have to know what to do. So when I got a marketing job, I didn't know what to do. And then I needed to shine. I need to be able to sell, to shine. So I looked inward and I asked myself, what and what can I do? What should I do? Then I looked at my market. I was like, I know how to speak Hausa, and then I already have a kind of background from where I'm coming from. So I'm not letting go of that place, and then I'll look for a target market. And that was how I started. A lot of people that I know, in fact, the sweet thing is once they discover that you can speak Hausa, I discovered they feel comfortable. So and this person looks like somebody that understands Hausa, I will just switch immediately. And they feel comfortable. And before you know it, I started growing. I said I was able to do a lot that when I was leaving the bank, my manager was, can you reconsider? Because I became really, really outstanding. I knew I thought that I have to make progress. She said, can you reconsider? So there's a whole lot of things that we need to do to be shining after we have risen from wherever we are. And the first thing I always talk about is the mindset. Is the mindset. Because if you keep letting yourself, keep telling yourself that I cannot do it or I don't deserve it, then it is a problem. So you have to change. It has to come from your mind. What do I want? How do I do it? How do I achieve it? You remove this syndrome of I am not. Hope I'm not copying this person. Then there's this sin of perfection. People always think, hope I'm not doing. Hope I'm doing it well. I'm not doing it well. All those things. So the first thing you will do in your process of rising and shining is your mindset. I don't play with mindset. So immediately you change your mindset and go to I can do it. That is the first process. I know I'm not where I'm supposed to be, but I can go there. I have my friend told me that Ketura, you can enter anywhere. The thing is just either a yes or no. So there is nothing I have not tried. If I can try it, like there's nobody I cannot access or try. I usually go there with the mindset of it's either a yes or no. And most of the times I get a yes. So if I had it in my mind that I cannot go to this place, I made up my mind that I'm not worthy of this place, there's no way I would have gotten the yeses that I've gotten. So at every time I want to attempt a thing, I will first work on my mind. Then there's this thing I also talk about is your contact, your people, the people you meet in that place. What is happening to you? When I got to Lagos, I realized that they were all growing. The space was very comfortable for me to want to grow. Everybody was growing. Everybody around me had a business. We were collaborating and doing things together, but everybody has a business, and it was a kind of strength for everybody. So they told me, look at your strength. What do you think you can do? I said, I like selling, I like solving problems, I like outsourcing, I like getting things done. It makes me happy. And they said, why not turn it into a business? So even my business, I didn't start myself for myself. But I've always said I don't want to do product because I have done products and I failed. I'm not saying those people that are doing products are not doing well. They are doing very, very well. In fact, I respect them a lot because I'm very much afraid of products because of maybe government policy, inflation and so many things. So I said I want to do service. So they said, okay, Ketura, try to do this, start up this business and see where you are at. So I don't play with my people. I used to tell people, find your tribe. Yes, find your tribe and then nurture them. And that's what happened to me. I found my tribe, I nurture them, and that is why I am where I am at the moment. So I don't think after you have done the mindset thing, then you find your tribe. When you find your tribe, then give quality, give standard. I was just telling my one of my friends that even the ordinary business registration that I'm doing now, I want to shine. I want to shine. I'm not going to do the ordinary business registration. I'm moving into another level. I want to always be outstanding in whatever I do. People don't, as a business person, since I'm talking about business and career, I think people don't no longer buy products. They buy feeling. They buy how they feel. So imagine I said, okay, this is what we are doing, even though I'm not launching, but I'm going to say it because about it. I said, whenever I register your business page, I'm going to give you a premium service. I'll send a note, I'll package it well, I'll frame it for you. Unlike the time that we'll just give you your certificate and say your certificate is out, congratulations. No, we will not do like that anymore. We're going to sell the
Upgrade.
people's feelings. Yes, we're going to upgrade. We sell your feelings to you. When they deliver and the way you will present it to you, you feel like I'm going to make it in this business. That's how we want you to feel. So that's how to shine. The market can be saturated. There are a lot of people up there. Yes, the sky is. That's why we said everybody can rise. The sky is broad. The sky is wide, but it's not everybody that can shine. It's not everybody. So you have to work towards it. Shining is an intentional thing. In fact, you said shining in this context is being outstanding. Shining is an intentional thing. So you have to intentionally work on, I want to shine. You have to work on, I want to be outstanding. So let me not take the whole time in case more questions are coming. So this is just it for now. Yes.
So just to summarize what you have said, he said we can be outstanding and we can shine if we work on our mindset, have a positive mindset that guides us and keeps us, you can be anywhere, you can be accepted, you can do this, you can succeed. And then you spoke about finding your tribe as per your clique, which I have little concern on that, but maybe we'll ask the question when it's time. Finding a clique or a tribe that can support you and push your market. And then you also said be of good standard, have excellence in what you do. In other words, you need to upgrade. You need to upgrade from what you currently are to another level. So that means if you are in a level that you think you are excellent, it means there's another level higher than that. And then you said shining is intentional, which is so beautiful. I like that part. Shining is intentional. To succeed, you have to be intentional about it. Like I always say here, success is unisex. So in other words, it's not a man thing to succeed. You have to be intentional about your success. You have to be intentional about your shining. So in whatever you do, be intentional. So it's like, oh, you want a glowing skin, you must work towards having that glowing skin and use the best of products. So I'll say thank you. We'll be back to you again when we hear from Tara. So let's have Tara back up and then we'll get her own point of view. And then we have the question time and the answer section.
Okay, I hope
Hi, Tara.
you can see.
Well, we still can't see you, but we can hear you.
That's serious.
We can't see, but we can hear you.
So it's so strange. My camera is on, everything is on. So I don't know. Should I just go right into it?
Well, I think you can speak, but might just be the
Would that
network
be
that is
okay? Because
affecting you. Or you
I
can
have
try logging in
switched
back
to
again.
multiple networks. I don't know what's happening.
Okay, so just go out
I
from the
have
play.
actually tried that.
You can go out, close the
Oh,
any tab that is open for it. You can close
the,
and then you come in again with the same link.
all right, let me try that again.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Ladies with Stories, and we are having a conversation on Rise and Shine. And Miss Kitura, oh sorry, the sales girl has shared some points with us to learn, and I can see her mentees on the on the chat, like their shoulder pads are high because their mentor is speaking and she has spoken well. Yeah, it's been a good conversation. So how do you rise? How do you shine in your business? You need to be intentional about it. You need to have a positive mindset. You need to have the right tribe. You need to be excellent at what you do. So now I'll ask you some questions while we wait for Tara to join back. How do we really um, work on having a positive mindset? Let's start with that. Since that's your first point, how do we start with a positive mindset? Because sincerely, people will tell you, oh, the country is hard, inflation is this, things are high, no customer is buying, this and this. And truly, people are not buying. So how do you tell that person, oh, have a positive mindset when nobody's buying from them?
Okay, thank you so much. I actually wanted to add some things that I think are very very key, and then I'll answer your question.
Sure.
Um, it is also good that you improve your skills. If you're doing something, you should improve. That's another thing that will make you outstanding. I cannot remember how much I have spent on skills, learning things that will improve my business. So when it comes to your question now, how do you encourage people? I think you should move outside the box. Move outside the box. What is this market? I was telling my friend today that I said anything anybody is selling in this town, if I want to sell it, I'll collect the business because I'll do it differently. I'll move outside the box. I will come to you. Because you said you were going to ask me on click, and I'm waiting for that question. But I was telling my friend that for me to be petty, there's this click, they have a uniform. I would go to the market with a picture of that uniform. I will sew it and wear it because people are attracted to that click. They see that
Yeah.
clique, so I will use them as my platform. I won't go and be having a bad mind or saying they are doing their thing. If you're not in their clique, is a problem. That is not me. I will use them. I'll use them for my business because this is what I am. This is what I am aiming at. This is what I want to do. So I will not have bad blood with them. So what I'm saying is you should improve your skills, think outside the box, and then do collaboration. I don't play with collaborations. Do collaboration. If I am selling bonds and somebody is selling Zobo, nobody is coming to me, but this person is selling Zobo and people are coming. I'll collaborate with the person that is selling that Zobo. So I don't take collaborations. I don't play with collaborations. Collaborate with people. It will help you. These things are the barest minimum things that we can do. Then I say go outside. Um, I tell the people in my community, I have a community of sales, but I tell them leverage on influencer marketing. Do things for them for free. The money you spend on adverts, if this influencer has people, I sell chinchin and nobody is buying. I'll just meet somebody. I used to mention Habiba Gado, which is my friend. I'll just say, um, take this chinchin to Habiba. Even if she won't post it, you should post it. I took this chinchin to Habiba Gado. I posted it. Take advantage. There are a lot of things you can do as a small business owner or somebody that's doing career. There are a whole lot that you can just do and you'll be able to get results out of it. So remove yourself if you have a mindset, go extra mile, go outside the box, try other things. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. I'll still come back to that question because I don't think I feel satisfied. I'll come back to it.
All right.
Tara, unfortunately, you disappeared again. We saw you at first, but now we can't see you again.
Wow.
But it's okay. I
Somebody's
think maybe you should just go ahead and speak. Maybe it's the network. It will come back with your face on it if you don't mind.
I really tried to switch to like all the networks available at my disposal, but it's just difficult. I But can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, we can hear you clearly.
Okay. All right. So I should just go ahead.
Yeah, just go ahead. I have a feeling that it will come back. It might just be the network playing around, but it might just come back.
Okay, then that's awesome. So, hello everyone. Thank you very much for this opportunity, Madam Rachel. It's an honor, honestly, to be able to speak to um, women like me, concerning the instruction. I look at it as an instruction, to rise and shine because everybody, every woman has the ability and what it takes to actually rise and shine, and I would always emphasize that one of the most important things that I have done for myself after giving my life to Christ is the fact that I sat down to actually learn about who I am, right?
Mm,
To actually know the kind of person that I am, to actually know my strengths, my weaknesses, my emotions, how I'm able to handle them, how I'm able to cope in certain situations. And that's me already defining what self-awareness is. Okay, it has to do with you knowing your strengths, your weaknesses, your emotions, your reactions to things, okay, your even your thought pattern and the way you process things. And I think is very such an important subject because it holds the key to so many things in the life of an individual, in the life of a woman. It holds the key to so many things. Now with self-awareness comes self-love, comes self-worth. Because let me give you a practical example. If someone walks up to you, let's say like a guy walks up to you and says, I really like you or I love you. I mean, you're going to look at the person weird and be like, I don't understand. Like, I don't know you from Adam, and you're just walking up to me and telling me that you love me. You don't know me. So it's the same thing as an individual. If you don't know yourself, you cannot stand up and say, you know what, I authentically know who I am and my capabilities. All right, there are so many intricacies to it. How do you know how you react when you're upset? Do you even know the things that get you upset in the first place? Right? Do you know what excites you, what gets you going? Do you know what you believe in, your values, your principles as a person? Do you know all of that? All of those things? Those are questions you should ask yourself. Because, like I said, self awareness is tied to so many other things as a woman. Self-awareness will tell you, okay, I'm going to go into this career path, for example. For instance, how did I know that I love to help people, and I am drawn to developmental space in the country? How did I know that? It's self-awareness, because I really sat down myself and I said, you know what, I love to help people. So how can I help people? How can I reach out to people, and people can successfully enjoy a better life? Because I'm a mental health ambassador, right? And if you check anywhere you find me, I talk about mental health. I talk about the stigmatization of mental health issues in Nigeria. Okay, how did I get to that place? It's from self-awareness. Okay, knowing who I am, knowing my capabilities, knowing that yes, I want to be in the developmental space, and so I'm working towards it. Now, another thing I want ladies to really come to terms with is the fact that self-awareness, based on research, it is shown to boost your confidence. Okay, it is shown to boost your confidence. So imagine that you know yourself so much, you have your values intact, you have your principles intact. You get to a point where you will not even want to copy others. You will not want to compare yourself to others. Oh, this person is succeeding in this business. Oh, this person, let me do like this person. No, you already know that you are a unique individual. You know what you have inside of you, because you are self-aware. You know what you can do, because at the end of the day, if you try to compare yourself with others, or you try to copy what others are doing, you realize that that person's tenacity or grit is not the same with yours. But if you know your level of tenacity and grit, then you will not find it difficult to be able to, bring out whatever it is that you have inside of you. So self-awareness is a must for a woman, because it helps you to know what makes you special in the first place. It helps you to know what makes you stand out. It helps you to know what makes you unique. You make better choices. And this is where I'm really, really going to like calm down and explain. With self-awareness, you make better choices with your career, your business, your relationship. I talked to a couple of girls, and I told them, I said, look, if you are self-aware, you know your values, if you know your belief system, if you know your beliefs and everything that you hold dear, then you will not find yourself in any kind of relationship, whether it is platonic or romantic or it's just friendship. There are certain things you will not do. There are certain places you will not go. Why? Because you know who you are, you know what you carry, okay, and you know where you're going to. All right. And I want to also bring it down to the level of romantic relationships. If you are self-aware, a lot of girls complain, okay, about issues of I was in this relationship and it didn't work out. We had different perspectives. I can tell you for a fact, right? I can tell you for a fact that if, as a woman, you sit down with yourself and you know your values, you know your principles. Now, forget people who say, oh, you're going to be rigid and all of that. But it's your life, it's your destiny. And you have to take it by the horn. You have to take it very seriously. So if you know your values and principles, there are certain men that will come around you. You know that this one is not going to align with me. For instance, you know you are career oriented or you are business oriented, and someone is telling you, oh, I want a housewife to sit at home and take care of the children. Automatically, you know that me and this person, our values don't align. And from there, you make a very conscious decision to know the next steps on what to take. So self-awareness helps you to make informed choices. Why? Because you know who you are, you know what you represent, you know who you represent, and you know where you're going. Self-awareness also helps you to communicate better. Okay, you know how to understand people because you've understood yourself. Okay, and you know how to set boundaries. You know how to set boundaries. When someone is crossing a line with you, someone is saying stuff that you're not comfortable, you can clearly tell the person, you know what, I don't feel comfortable. Someone is trying to comment on your hair or your looks or your body. Immediately you tell the person, no, I'm not comfortable. Okay, I don't like such expensive jokes. Please stop. That is you setting boundaries because you are self-aware. And a lot of people will ask, okay, how do I become self-aware? How do I what are the tools I need to become self-aware? The first and most important tool that I will tell anybody, any woman, anyone I come across, is to sit down with yourself. You know those times when you say, okay, you want to have someone will tell you, oh, I had a meeting with board of directors. You are the board of directors. Me, myself, and I is a real thing. Sit down with yourself and think. Now, when I say sit down with yourself, I'm not saying you should scroll through TikTok or Instagram or Facebook or whatever, or social media. No, shut it down. That's how you rise and shine. Shut it down. Shut every noise down. Sit down. You can sit down in a quiet place, in a dark room, whatever gets you going. Sit down. What is strength? When you do that, write them down. Sit with yourself. A lot of us are so consumed with social media and so many things happening. We find ourselves jumping from one blogs to another, from one story or gist to another, and we don't even have any clue of who we are or what we even want to do with our lives. So this is the first and most important step. Sit down, have a meeting. Me, myself, and I have a meeting with yourself. What are some of the things that I can do? What are some of the things I cannot do? Okay, I want to go into business, for instance. Just like what Keturah was saying, she said she's not a product person. Where do you think she got that from? It's from sitting down with herself and learning about who she is. She knows, okay, she just wants to go into services and she's doing excellently well there. So imagine she didn't think things through and be honest with herself. She won't be here today. All right. So another thing is ask questions. Ask yourself questions. Ask people that love you. Ask them questions. And be ready for criticism. Be ready for honest answers. I tell people that if you're not surrounded by people who can tell you the truth, then you need to run away because your life is at stake. Because they may see a snake. Now, I may be speaking figuratively. They may see a snake behind you and will not want to say something because maybe you get so angry because of criticism. All right. So tell yourself the truth. There's no one in this life that can tell you the truth more than the way you can do that for yourself. And if you discover that you're lying to yourself, then you need further help than that. Okay, but that's different. Stomach stuff. If you need to speak with someone and ask the person, okay, what do you think about this thing I did, or what do you think about my reaction? Do you think I'm rash with reactions? Do you think I am rude? Do you think I speak anyhow? Do you think I'm unorganized? Okay, so most times you already know the answer to that, but sometimes feedback from people who love you can go a long way in helping you to boost your self-awareness. All right, it's so important. Self-awareness is so important. I don't want to keep talking and talking and talking. Let me just pause here for now.
That was so, so amazing. Getting to know you is the beginning of your shine, of your rise. You need to understand who really you are. And you made mention like self-awareness breeds self-love, self-awareness makes you unique. Self-awareness helps you make informed choices. Self-awareness helps you set boundaries, which are really critical in your rising. So I'll say thank you so much. It's been an amazing time hearing you guys speak, and I really hope that we are all learning that everything you need to do, the whole rise, the whole shine, it starts from you knowing who really you are. You can't be a business person and or you can't even be a how do I what example I'm trying, I can't even think of any example right now. You can't be A and trying to be being C at the same time, or be Z. You need to know who really you are. When you know who you are, it helps align your part in destiny. You just know, okay, I'm going to be a dancer. So from the beginning of time, you're going to this dance school, you're going to that place and that place. And she said one thing is be open to criticism. Ask people around you, do they what's their opinion? How do they perceive you? And it is also applicable even in your businesses. You can ask people, oh, please give me a review. What do you think this thing? How does it taste like? Or should I add something to it? The one who asks, they say follow who sabi rude. The person who sabi rude, they ask question. Just the waka like that. So you where they follow, you go ask her how far, which side I go can't take corner this way or the other side. You need to just align yourself. So thank you so much, guys. And I'll go back to you, Ketura. Do you have other points you want to drop all? Or are you ready for the questions? Because we are getting out of time. We have about 19 minutes left.
So,
Do you have something to say so we can drop that down before I start asking all the questions? And please, if you have any questions for any of them, do well to drop your questions in the comment section and it to be asked.
I think I'm open for questions so that it's more of a conversation.
Okay. Tara, do you have more that you want to add on your own side, or are you open for questions too?
Okay, I just want to add one thing. Can you still not see me?
No, we can't see you, unfortunately. But we can hear you.
Wow. Okay, so I just wanted to add one thing. So it's something that has helped me over the years, and has helped so many other people. So it's something that has helped. Journaling is not just for people who are teenagers or for people who have certain mental health issues. It's for everybody. Okay, and if you can journal your emotions, you can journal your feelings, it leads to a great level of self-awareness. Okay, if you can write down, okay, today I felt, for instance, today I felt sad, or today I felt angry at a particular thing. It's not just what teenagers do. Even as adults, research shows that it goes a long way in helping you be self-aware, because what that does is you can go back, right, and refer to what you have written and sort of compare notes with your current state. So journaling is another great tool in achieving self-awareness. So I think I'm open for questions now, if there are any.
Okay. So you should journal. Everyone should journal. Journal your emotions, how your day went, how you feel. Maybe in the process of writing, if you were too angry, in the process of writing, you might just break down and, get yourself back again. And life goes on. Shit happens, but we move on. So back to you. The question was about you were talking about mindset, and I wasn't sure that I got that part very well. But sincerely, right now, I can't remember what I wanted to ask you, unfortunately. So,
Okay.
assuming someone has a business, they have tried to think positively, like you've said. I'm going to succeed. They've said the affirmation, they've done all they needed to do. They have a clique, or they are trying to break through a clique that is not breaking, or that they need to make payments to those cliques and other things like that. And this person is a young business owner who has no funding or very little funding and little visibility, and nobody knows them. So let's assume we're in KD. We have a very young business person starting up. And she was told, okay, fine, go into these people, talk to these people, this influencer, that influencer, because I'm going to use all the points you stated. And she has done that, but nobody's attending to her, nobody's responding to her message. And she thought about, okay, he said shining is intentional. She posted on her Facebook page, on her Instagram, and everywhere she needs to post it. And she mentioned improve your skill. And really, really maybe her business, or maybe let's say baker, her cakes are so good. And she has done everything. Yet she's not shining. Yet the light is not coming forth, and she's getting to that point where she can push no more. What should she do?
Okay, thank you so much. I think I've answered I've answered part of this question, but I am going to still re-emphasize on what I said. I have had conversations with people that have gone to click in quotes, in quotes, people that have gone to click and they were torn down. I've had that conversation with them. And there is this major problem of us going from an angle that we are here to milk from you.
Mm.
The first thing I do when I see a clip or a group of people, I offer value. They can't push me out. I offer value. In fact, I tell people where I am working today, there was no opening. I currently work with an NGO. There is no opening. I created the problem. I created the opening for myself, and I was in there. And I got the job, and I'm here today. I've worked for over a year with them. So if you want to break out, I think I have said think outside the box. Start something different. Do something different. I cannot go to it. Okay, for instance, even if I don't have anything to offer, I will seek mentorship. I know how to make people feel good about themselves. So I will make you feel good about it. This is my secret. I'm bringing it out. I'll make you feel good about yourself that you can't just let me go. I like what you do. I value your business. I like how you do it. Can you mentor me? And this is what a lot of us don't come with humility to start from. So having your tribe and your clique can come in different ways. You can come as a partner. You can come as a mentee. You can come as collaborations. There are different ways you can come in. When there are these, I offered myself. I don't belong to a clique, but I don't think there's a clique in KD at the moment that I cannot have access to, because I will offer to give service. I'll offer myself and then get to know them. And in all honesty, most of you that have said they have gone to clique, they go rudely. We don't want to always say the truth. I'm a very open person. I say it without filtering. Maybe if you check my page, you will see. Some of them go rudely. There was a case that happened, I will not mention, but what happened was the message this person was sending to these people was like, I am doing you a favor, which is very, very wrong. We see these things, but we just come from the side and then we say, you're not doing this thing correctly, you're not doing this thing rightly. The first time I got a job, let me give a very profound example. The job I was getting in Lagos, the person that was supposed to onboard me was not responding. And my friend taught me something. She said, sir, greet him better, make him feel good. And in all honesty, he responded immediately. Because I tuned down because I've already gotten the job. Why are you delaying me? Why are you doing? But he is the one that is ahead of me in this thing. So what do? I tuned down. I decided to talk to him respectfully. And then I got what I wanted and I moved. So I don't really have a problem with meeting anybody for something. It's either yes or no, but I go respectfully. I need something from it is you I need from. So I will go to you to show you that I need. So the secret is go and ask for mentorship. If you're a new person, you just came in and you want to break in. If you're hearing me and you're a new business, go and ask for mentorship. And then in that, somebody just said value, and that is the truth. Value. You can't come to me with empty, nothing, or what I already have, and you want to come to me with it. You create value. When you go there, when they're talking, there are a lot of books and materials that you can use actually that will help you to say, how would I develop this thing? How would I be part of this thing? So first thing, go for mentorship. Secondly, bring value. Thirdly, be creative, do something different. Think outside the box. So I think those three things will actually help you. Be innovative in what you do. In fact, some people will be wow at what you do, what you deliver. Even as a clip, they want to. There's this fear of missing out. I tell people, work with your fear of missing out on your clients and people around you.
Okay, this network is broken here.
From my end, I hope this was helpful.
Yeah, it was helpful, but it broke towards the end. But I think we got the major part of it, which is, be unique, go with value,
Yes.
go respectfully,
Yes.
and ask to be
Ask for
mentored.
mentorship.
What if the mentorship doesn't
Yeah.
click? What if the person says, I can't mentor you? Or the person like, I don't know how to mentor. What would you do?
Okay. Like I said, if you don't get it, go with your own people that genuinely want you to grow. I tell people start with your friends and family. There's a whole lot I have to say on startup and business. Those are the people I really face. Those are the people I focus on. Startups and SMEs. Start with your friends and family. If I see that I can't penetrate this clip, I will start with my friends and family. I will tell them, buy this thing from me. Work, do this thing from me. Give me your reviews. Make them beautiful. I can push them out. I'll use my peers as my friends. See, no, your they said your network is your net worth, and you always try to move out of it. You always try to, but you have to work on them. It's not that because you have this network, you can say, and anybody can just come up and take over at any
Mm.
time. In fact, there were like two clicks in quotes that looks like they are click. So there are two click, and the last event that happened in Canada, the click came up and they were everywhere, and people were talking about them. You can start your team, use your peer, use collaborate with people that are on your level. If this particular level of people say they don't want to be part of them, you can do your own thing, make it unique and attractive that people will want to come and join you. So there's a whole lot you can do.
Okay, thank you so much, which I think you've answered the question. And Tara is out again. Her network is bad, I guess, or maybe she's trying to come back. But for somebody who just, let's move towards career. For someone who just graduated from school and has gone through, has no much experience, because I know part of your work is HR and all that, has no much experience and everything, how are they able to get a job that requires you to have maybe six years experience or 5 years experience, and they keep applying for jobs and they don't have it, and here we are saying, oh, shine, rise, 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 move past that level of, what should they do?
Okay, if you're really finding it hard to get a job, volunteer. A lot of us don't want to volunteer because we think that they're not paying us well. Don't look at. I usually tell people that are in jobs, don't look at your job like it is paying you. It is what is paying you. Look at it like a platform. Let your job be your platform, either a platform to meet people or a platform to improve your skills. Immediately, I removed my mind from thinking that my job is not to pay me or feed me, but a platform. I begin to leverage on the people I meet on that job. I begin to leverage on the skills I'm getting from that job. So if you are just a new person that wants to move into career, you're not a business person and it's not working, you're not getting employment, volunteer. Volunteer to a shop. People think it sounds weird and stupid. Volunteer to a shop. Start from there, you put it in your skills. In fact, if I'm selling in one Babauchi shop where I sell, I attend to customer, I do these are skills I can put on my CV. Volunteer to a shop, leverage on your friends and family and love that. See, there are a lot of things I can't tell you on camera about career and experience, but when I'm doing one-on-one consulting, I tell people that are looking for jobs that want to. There are a lot of people. In fact, when I went out, that's when I discovered that a lot of people do a lot of things to ensure that they fit area at that place that they are needed to be. Then improve your skills because your skill will give you an advantage over every other person. They need graduates. Everybody's a graduate. So at that time that I'm not getting a job, what will I do? I will improve skill. I'll look for a skill that is competitive, highly competitive. Even in my job, I tell my colleagues that I want to do a particular skill that people are running away from. That's what I want to do. So that when we get to where we want to compete for this position, I will get it before you. So this is it. Volunteer, improve your skills. Look at wherever you are as a platform, not paying your bills, but it's a platform for you. Yes, a platform to meet clients, get their contacts and know them, a platform to grow your skills and your career and your experience. That will help you. Volunteer in Babauche shop. If you don't have a job, please, that small shop in your area, tell the person I want to volunteer and put you in my CV so that you recommend me. That's,
All right.
that's
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you.
Which makes
Yeah.
sense. So volunteer, and then you could put that as your marketing skill, customer service skills, and of course, you
Yes.
get to talk to customers, so that could go for your customer
Yes.
service. You get to sell, that could go for your sales. You get to
Yeah, your
manage the shop, that could be
recording.
for your organizational
Yes.
skills and all that. So that
Yes.
makes sense.
Yes.
Tara, welcome back. You appeared and you disappeared again. Can you hear me? Hello, Tara. Can you hear
Is the
me?
hotspot on?
Tara. Okay. So I think that'll be all the questions I have for you. If you have questions for the sales girls, please drop your question. But this will be me just, trying to wrap up what everybody has said while we wait for Tara's network to come back. If you can, it's trying to come back. Okay, welcome back. We're glad to see your face finally. Oops. And it's gone again. Okay, so we have been talking about rising and shining, and from the beginning of the conversation, we spoke about that not everybody that rises shines. Sometimes you need to do extra to shine. But the first thing you need to do is to rise. And what does it even really mean to rise? Like I asked earlier, it means moving from your current position to another position. It could mean changing your mindset. It could mean trying to upgrade yourself. It could mean trying to look past your past. It could mean you trying to transition to something new for you. So that is what your rising means. And then when you rise from that level, what does it mean to shine? It means that you cannot be dim. It means that wherever you are, you have to give value. You have to give grace. Literally, you have to elude, or is that a word? I don't know. You have to show forth that grace that is within you, and you have to be excellent at what you do. At what you do, you cannot have a negative mindset and be expecting a positive feedback. You cannot be selling and be like, oh, nobody's going to buy from me, and then you expect somebody to come and buy from you. You cannot speak the other way and then but then I understand that sometimes we may have done all those things that we are saying today. Self-awareness, we spoke about it, knowing who really you are. You know that you are not breakable. You know that you love yourself. You know that you have set boundaries. You know that this and that, but things don't seem to work out well. In those moments, what do you do? Because some of us might be at that point where we have tried everything. We have reached that point that we're about to break. But take this as an encouragement that there is still hope coming your way. I may not give you the best advice right now because I really don't know what to tell you because you've tried everything. But it is just to say that there is hope. As long as you are up, there is hope. As long as you were not where you used to be, there is hope. As long as you are trying your best, the answer will come forth soon. It's not all the time that 1 plus 1 is 2. Sometimes it goes back to being 4 or 5 before it comes back to being 2. So if you try, you fail, you try, you fail, a day will come, you will pass. If you've done all the applications for the job, you've done all the volunteering, and things are still not working out, one day one will click. And I hope when it clicks, you remember that it is time to shine. So whenever it clicks for you, shine at that moment. And while you are still there, build yourself. While you are still, Tara is back. Tara, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can
Can
hear
you
you
hear
and we
me?
can see you.
Oh, praise God.
Hallelujah. All right, let me ask you one question. You spoke about self-awareness
Yep,
and how it
there
brings
goes.
about self-love, self-worth, confidence. It helps you set boundaries and know who really you are. At what point do you think you feel in your heart of heart that you have reached this point of I know myself, I am aware of myself? How do you know it?
I'm sorry, you may have to you have to say that question again because my network went off at some point. But I heard the last part of the question just from the beginning, if that's
Okay, I
possible.
said, at what point will you feel it, or how will you know that you have reached the point of, or your peak of self awareness? Because sometimes we keep saying, who really am I, self? Even at this point, you're like, who really am I? Do I even know myself? Or is there, if you're still asking that question, does that mean you've not really known yourself? You are not aware of who you are, or are there more things you need to do?
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Fantastic. Okay, thank you. So, the beauty about self
Oh, we can hear you. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, we cannot hear you. See, now the network decided that if your face has to show, your voice will not be heard. Is that fair? Okay, guys. So we learned about self-awareness also. Like I was saying, you may have reached that point. I don't know at what point we can all clearly say, okay, I am aware of myself, because I feel sometimes I ask myself, is this really who I am? Is there more to me? Is there more in this and that? But yes, I feel there are valid questions to ask yourself. But if you sincerely ask yourself all the questions you need to ask yourself and you realize you are missing some things, it is not too late to go back, work on it, and get it right. But the point is, you may not even know that you are wrong until you see the light. Because someone who is proud may not know they are proud until you see where humility is. So you look at people and you want to be like them. You ask yourself, who is this person? What part of this person do I admire? There are people that are above you, beyond you, younger than you, smaller, fatter, whatever it is than you, that you try to learn from. Rising and shining requires humility. Rising and shining requires confidence. Rising and shining requires patience. Rising and shining requires faith. Everything we've said, business wise, whatever wise it is you're looking for, because you may not be here because of a business, you may not be here because of self awareness, you know those things, but you're just here because you just need a way out of where you are currently. And you need to be patient, you need to be kind to yourself, you need to be faithful to whatever you are doing. As I say, whatever God has committed in your hands, be diligent and do it to the best of your ability. Give it your all. When you've given it your all and you're sure that it is all of you and it's still not working, please be patient. We will shine. We will shine. You will definitely shine. But I don't know when your shining will come. We all shine at different points in life. So your shining may come now. It may come tomorrow. It may come in 3 days' time. It may come in 10 days' time. It may come when you are 40 or 50. But what matters, while you wait to shine, do the right thing. Don't let pressure push you to doing the wrong thing. Don't let, oh, I want to be visible. I want to be this, I want to be that. Make you to go and bend your neck into a clique that you are not meant to be in there.
Yeah.
Just because Ketura said belong to a clique. So draw your principles right. Know who
Yeah.
you are based on self-awareness. There are some things I cannot do No matter how I want to be visible, I cannot do them. So I will wait patiently on when my light shines, and I will create my own circle. I taught us about circle of friends, relationship circle, where we spoke about your friends. You need to have a rich friend. You need to have one who is influential. You need to have one who is the Angwa type of person. If you categorize your
Yeah.
friends, they become your
Mm.
clique. You don't always need those very big and mighty people, but within your own circle of friends, as we grow, we push aside some friendship because they don't add value, and we grow some other friendship because they give us more value. And that is how your clique can help you shine. But please do not rush to shine. Your time will come for shining, but do not be lazy either, or do not stay in one place. You cannot be stagnant and expect to shine. You cannot be lazy and expect to shine. So rise and shine, and God will help you shine. Tara is back. Let me see if she's here. Okay, Tara, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear and see me?
Yes, I can hear and see. So we'll take your answer to the question before we go.
Okay, thank you. So I started by saying that um, the beauty of self-awareness is that um, when you know something, for instance, if you know you don't like certain things when people do, right? You just know it.
Yeah. Okay, at this point, we need to ask if it's Glow or a Etisalat you are using. So that we'll know how to market their product for them. We'll tell people that, okay, if you want to do a live call, just do it that picture.
I think she should just off the video and maybe work with the audio.
I don't even know.
I can't hear
Funny enough, the
you. Can
audio
you hear
isn't
me?
up. Yeah, we can hear you.
This is bad.
We can hear you. Okay, so that will be it. Thank you so much, the sales girl, for your contribution and the platform. We're so grateful to have you and to learn how to rise and shine, that we will change our mindset to be positive, that we'll find our own perfect tribe, and that we will give standard excellence at what we do, and will improve our skills and collaborate in order to excel in our businesses and in our careers. And we hope as we implement all this in the month of May, we'll have something tangible to come back and be like, oh, yeah, what she said was true. And we are so grateful to have you. Thank you so much for being on Loss.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We hope to have you more, maybe at a physical event, so we can get to take selfies, so your mentees we can get to see how high their shoulder parts are or will be at that point. Thank you so much for being on Loss. We're so grateful. Do have a good night rest.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do you have something you want to say, or that's all?
Yeah, I think I wrote down a closing remark. I said, stop
Let me
holding
always say
yourself
closing
back.
remark.
Stop holding yourself back. Stop doubting your power. Stop playing small. Go ahead and rise, not just for yourself, but for the women who are waiting for you to lead the way. Remember, you're not
Hallelujah.
enough. You are enough. You are capable, and you were born to shine. Thank you.
Glory be to God. You were born to shine. Go forth and shine forth in the world and let the world see your light. Remember, it says you are a city on a hill that cannot be hidden. In other words, you can't be hidden. So thank you so much for the closing remark. We're so grateful. Hi, Tara. Welcome back.
Oh God, it has just been so chaotic, unimaginably chaotic. Anyways, to quickly answer the question before network takes me out again, when you are on a journey of self-awareness, you need to be disciplined. And that's why I mentioned earlier about journaling. Okay, if you are disciplined and you write down, you document your reactions to things, for instance, and the way you react to things, the way you perceive things, your thought process, where you'll be so sure of who you are, nobody can shake you. You'll be so sure of your values and your principles, nobody can shake you. Being sure of your values and principles will help you not to be manipulated and not to expect any form of excessive external validation from outside. I'm saying excessive because no matter what, we still need validation from people. Okay, but with self-awareness comes because you are disciplined. Now, a lot of times we are extra and have a destiny to accomplish. So you must be disciplined. You must push yourself, okay, to get to know who you are and actually stand on that. All right, stand on who you are. Make smart and informed choices and decisions from your beliefs and your principles. Because at the end of the day, if you don't do that, you'll be losing out. And like I said, it is your destiny at stake. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, God has deposited something inside of you that must shine forth. And so, if you're on a journey of self awareness, getting to know yourself, you must work towards discipline and stamping your foot, being assertive. Those are the key things that will help you to stand out and
Okay, so her network went bad again, but I hope you were able to get something. Be intentional about yourself, basically. Know who you are so you don't get manipulated by people. Know that this is me. I'm not easily swayed. I'm not moved by what I see, but I know who I am and I'm gonna stand by my truth. Be a principled person. Be that person that anybody can beat their chest and say, at 10 p.m. this girl she dey house, or she go do this thing, she go do this one, she no go do that one, she no go run this or do that. Be that kind of person. It's going to help you a long, 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 long way. And I hope that at the end of the day, you shall got something. I don't know if you did, but whatever it is, come back and listen. You may get something. If you did not, again, it's okay. We will shine. When you see others shining, keep clapping for them and ask them, follow who sabi road. Follow who sabi road oh, no dey do I too know, and you no go come know where you dey go. If you lost and you wan lost, you see this 2025, we shine, we rise, we shine. But first, rise. Go and learn a skill. Don't be there. Go and improve on what you know how to do. Try new waters. If you're selling in Kakuri, it's not working, try Sabu. If you're selling in Sabu, it's not working, try Bernawa. If you're selling Bernawa, it's not working, try Abuja. Just try new things. And I just pray at the end of the day, you get something that works for you. And that at the end of the month of May, you will excel. Please, as a student that you are, because I know we have most people here as students, please go and read your book. You need to shine. Tell yourself that you can end up with 4 points, or is it 5 points? You can end up excelling in that class. When everybody is complaining it is hard, go and sit down and read. Rather than jumping for this and that, go back home, read your books. When you think you are from a poor home and you can't even pay your school fees for the next section, start planning from the first section. Do some side hustles and pay off your bills. Nobody needs to know that you're from a poor home, and you will still succeed. Don't use I'm from a poor home to stay down. Don't use I'm a this and stay on the floor. No, change your mindset, like they said. Be somebody different. Be somebody different. You cannot be listening to stories up and down. The last two stories we had were so hard that I was like, we cannot share another hard story. But even from their stories, they didn't stay down. Look at the lady who was abused by her father. She didn't stay there. She reported. Because she knew she needed to shine. She knew that that was not her destiny. The woman that was trafficked and was being used She didn't remain there and be like, oh, it's sex. I'm cool with it. No. Today, she has a very big foundation and we all learned from it. She came forth so we could hear her story. And that's what we do. We shine through so many things. So think about it, that it didn't mention that you are not a business person, or you are not you know yourself to the end. Doesn't mean you shouldn't learn something. And I hope you did. I'll see you next month. That'll be two Fridays from now. I don't know what that date is, but I'll see you next month with a very beautiful story. Hopefully, a beautiful story. A beautiful story, not a hard story. But then, if we have a hard story, we share it like that because we want to learn and we want everybody to share their story. So I'll see you next week. I remain your good girl, Rachel K. Remember that you are born to shine, and your work is to inspire and empower people around you too. It is our year of impact. Impact doesn't necessarily mean you affecting 1,000 lives or 300 lives or 500. It could be you being very helpful to your mother at home. It could be you being very sincere to yourself. That is impact. So as little as it is, if you can do big, go for big. If you can do little, do the little. Whatever it is that you are doing, may you shine forth, and may the month of May, which is ahead of us, be a beautiful one for you. Do have a good night rest. Bye. Kutu, kutu.